Chapter 13, Unity and Diversity, The Scattered Gods, Part 2, Celestial Guardians. A blinding flash of light engulfed Alex, Neo, and the Borg Queen as they stepped through the Aegis Order portal. Disoriented, they found themselves amidst the bustling command center beneath the Large Hadron Collider, the hidden base of the Scattered Gods. Dr. Olivia Walker, now cloaked in the shimmering armor of Athena, the Warrior Queen, rushed towards them. Her eyes filled with both relief and apprehension. "Alex," she exclaimed, her voice laced with urgency, "thank the cosmos you're here. We need all the help we can get." A holographic map of the solar system pulsed in the center of the room. A monstrous entity with tendrils of darkness radiating from its core, the Devourer, consuming planets in its path. Alex, empowered by the celestial warrior King Ariel, felt a surge of power surge through his veins as he recognized the cosmic entity threatening their existence. "We're ready to fight," Alex declared, his voice resonating with unwavering resolve. Neo, his eyes wide with awe as he surveyed the room filled with scientists, technicians, and beings unlike anything he'd encountered, simply nodded, his hand instinctively reaching for the hidden EMP device strapped to his thigh. The arrival of the reinforcements couldn't have come at a more critical time. The whispers, once a source of guidance for the scattered gods, now screamed a panicked plea. The Devourer was earlier than anticipated, and Earth's defenses were far from complete. Dr. Vasquez, their ever-present mentor, materialized beside Dr. Walker. His weathered face, usually etched with stoicism, held a flicker of fear. "We have a problem," he said, his voice grave. "The energy shield Anya is constructing won't be operational in time. We need a diversion, something to buy us precious minutes." All eyes turned to Dr. Walker, Athena. With a steely glint in her eyes, she stepped forward, her powerful presence filling the room. "Leave that to me. I've faced worse." She explained her plan, a daring aerial assault using her celestial spear, imbued with the power of a dying star, to momentarily disrupt the Devourer's focus. It was a suicide mission, but Athena, a warrior queen to her core, wouldn't ask others to do what she wouldn't. A symphony of war. The Borg Queen, her metallic voice devoid of emotion, interjected. "This plan holds merit. However, a single attack will have minimal effect. We require a coordinated assault." She outlined a strategy, leveraging Borg technology to assimilate the Devourer's tendrils momentarily, creating a window for a combined attack. Suddenly, a new voice filled the room, a voice tinged with both melody and an unexpected strength. "Don't forget the power of sound, friends." Stepping forward was Marcus Rivers, now Apollo, the celestial musician. His guitar, usually a source of earthly melodies, now pulsed with an otherworldly glow. Dr. Walker, her mind working at breakneck speed, saw the potential in Apollo's arrival. "Marcus," she said, her voice urgent, "can you compose a symphony, a celestial battle cry that could disrupt the Devourer's focus, amplify Ariel's attack?" A determined glint flickered in Apollo's eyes. "Leave it to me," he declared. Strings vibrated as his fingers danced across the fretboard, weaving a melody that resonated not just in the air, but deep within the very fabric of reality. The melody, a sonic weapon crafted from celestial harmonies, pulsed outwards, rippling across the cosmos towards the Devourer. Dr. Walker, channeling Athena's tactical brilliance, formulated a solution. "She's right. We need a multi-pronged attack." Athena creates the opening. The Borg Queen disrupts the Devourer's defenses. Apollo disrupts it further with his celestial symphony, and the rest of us, with Neo's EMP device and Anya's energy amplifiers, unleash everything we have. Anya, her brow furrowed in concentration, spoke up. "But the energy amplifiers are still under construction. We can only manage a partial activation." Dr. Walker, her voice firm, continued, "A partial activation is enough. We focus it on Athena's spear, amplifying its celestial power for a more potent strike." The plan, a desperate gamble born from the combined knowledge of the scattered heroes, was fraught with risk. Yet, it was their only hope. As the Devourer loomed closer, casting a chilling shadow upon the earth, a sense of grim determination settled over the room. The symphony of war takes flight. Alex, now imbued with the power of the celestial warrior King Ariel, donned his gleaming armor. He grasped his spear, the tip crackling with amplified energy. Behind him, Neo, piloting a heavily modified jet fighter salvaged from the Aegis Order, and the Borg Queen, controlling a network of assimilated drones, followed in silent support. Athena, her voice booming with authority, rallied the team before the holographic map. "We fight together, or we fall together. Disrupt, distract, and then unleash everything we have." As planned, Athena soared into the atmosphere, her spear trailing a comet's tail of celestial energy. Apollo, his eyes closed in concentration, unleashed his celestial symphony. The air vibrated with a melody of unimaginable power, a sonic assault aimed to pierce the Devourer's defenses. The monstrous entity, momentarily disoriented by the unexpected symphony, shifted its focus towards the approaching warrior king. Meanwhile, the Borg Queen, coordinating her assimilated drones with ruthless efficiency, latched onto the Devourer's tendrils. A surge of energy crackled as the assimilation process began, momentarily disrupting the entity's control and creating a narrow window of opportunity. Seizing the moment, Alex surged forward, channeling all his celestial might into the spear. The amplified energy pulsed outwards, a blinding beam of celestial light aimed at the Devourer's core. As the beam struck, a detonation echoed through the cosmos, momentarily engulfing the battlefield in white light. A stunned silence descended. The heroes, from their vantage points on Earth and in the sky, watched with bated breath as the light faded. The Devourer remained, but it seemed weakened, its tendrils flailing in a spasmodic dance. A costly victory. However, their elation was short-lived. Smaller tendrils, spawned from the entity's core, shot towards Earth with terrifying speed. The makeshift energy shield, still under construction, sputtered to life, its incomplete grid barely managing to deflect some of the tendrils. Others broke through, impacting major cities across the globe. Panic erupted as buildings crumbled and screams echoed through the airwaves. Back in the command center, desperation hung heavy in the air. Dr. Walker, her face etched with worry, looked towards Neo. "We need something, anything, to disrupt their focus." Neo, his eyes hardened with resolve, nodded silently. Unclipping the EMP device strapped to his thigh, he activated it. A wave of concentrated energy pulsed outwards, disrupting electrical systems and creating chaos within the Devourer's tendrils. It wasn't a major blow, but it was enough to cause another momentary distraction. Anya, tears welling up in her eyes as she witnessed the devastation on Earth, pushed her abilities to the limit. Channeling Cybele's raw energy, she overloaded the energy amplifiers, pouring the remaining reserves into Athena's spear. "Now, Alex!" Dr. Walker cried, her voice filled with urgency. With a final surge of power, Alex unleashed the spear once more. This time, the amplified energy tore through the Devourer's core like a celestial blade. A blinding white light engulfed the battlefield, drowning out all sound. When the light faded, a stunned silence hung in the air. The Devourer was gone, vaporized by the combined attack. Fragments of its dark essence dissipated amidst the stars, leaving behind an unsettling quiet. But the victory, if it could be called that, came at a heavy price. Cities on Earth lay in ruins, casualties soared, and a sense of collective grief blanketed the planet. As the survivors emerged from their shelters, they looked to the sky, a sky now free from the menacing shadow of the Devourer. They saw jets returning, their hulls smoking, a testament to the daring aerial assault. And in the distance, a lone figure descended: Alex, the warrior king, his celestial armor scorched and battered but his spirit unbroken. The melody of Apollo's celestial symphony, now a mournful hymn, faded into the distance. News of the battle spread like wildfire. The scattered gods, alongside their reinforcements from the Aegis Order, became heroes, symbols of courage and resilience in the face of cosmic annihilation. However, the celebration was muted. The cost of victory was a harsh reminder of their vulnerabilities. The following days were a whirlwind of activity. The scattered heroes, along with the remnants of Earth's governments and scientific communities, worked tirelessly. Medics treated the wounded, engineers assessed the damage, and scientists, led by Dr. Walker and Anya, analyzed the remnants of the Devourer, gleaning any knowledge they could about its weaknesses and potential origins. Alex, still grappling with the power of the Celestial Warrior King, found himself drawn to the survivors. He helped clear debris, comforted the grieving, and stood as a symbol of hope, a warrior king from another world who fought alongside humanity. But the weight of responsibility sat heavy on his shoulders. He longed to return to his own realm, yet knew his celestial power was still needed here. Meanwhile, Dr. Walker, her face etched with exhaustion but her spirit resolute, addressed the assembled heroes. "We may have lost much," she said, her voice hoarse, "but we won today. We stood together, humans, scattered gods, and a musician from beyond the stars, against a common enemy. This unity, this diversity of strength, is what saved us today. We are not alone in the universe, and now, more than ever, we need to unite." Apollo, his guitar silent for the first time in days, stepped forward. The melody he crafted to fight the Devourer had morphed into a somber requiem for the fallen. "We must learn from this battle," he said, his voice heavy with grief. "We must not only rebuild, but become stronger, prepared for whatever threats may lurk beyond the stars." The Borg Queen, her metallic voice devoid of emotion but holding a hint of newfound respect, added, "The collective intelligence of multiple species can achieve what a single one cannot. Let us analyze our strengths and weaknesses, share our knowledge, and forge a future where such battles are a distant memory." Neo, a lone human from beyond the Aegis Order, spoke for the first time since the battle. "We lost today," he said, his voice gruff, "but we survived. And that's what matters. We can rebuild, learn from our mistakes, and become stronger. Together." A slow ripple of agreement spread through the room. Dr. Vasquez, with a tired smile, looked at the assembled heroes. "This isn't the end," he said, his voice raspy. "It's a new beginning, a beginning where humanity is no longer alone, facing the vastness of space with blinders on. We have allies, protectors, and most importantly, knowledge. We've seen the threats that lurk beyond the stars, and now, we can prepare." The following weeks saw the birth of a new organization, the Celestial Alliance. Led by Dr. Walker, with representatives from each species, the Alliance aimed to unite humanity with the scattered heroes, pooling their resources and knowledge to prepare for future threats. It wouldn't be easy. There were cultural clashes, ingrained fear of the unknown, and political agendas to navigate. But the shared experience of facing annihilation had forged a fragile bond, a foundation upon which they could build a future of coexistence and collective defense. One evening, as Alex gazed at the star-dusted night sky, a sense of bittersweetness settled within him. He missed his own world, his people, but he had found a new purpose here. Earth, once a foreign planet, now felt strangely familiar. The symphony of his power with the others had resonated deeply, and perhaps, just maybe, this unlikely alliance could usher in a new era of peace and prosperity. Not just for Earth, but for a corner of the cosmos forever marked by the battle against the Devourer. The whispers, once a source of fear, now held a new melody. A tentative hope for a future where different beings could stand together. A united front against the vast and unknowable darkness that lay beyond the stars. As the dust settles and the echoes of battle fade, a new dawn rises over Earth and the cosmos. The heroes, united in purpose and strength, stand as beacons of hope in the face of adversity. But their journey is far from over. Subscribe now to catch the next thrilling installment and join us on our epic adventure. Support us on Patreon for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes access, and help us continue creating amazing stories. Together, we've witnessed the power of unity, courage, and resilience. Let's continue this journey, forging a future where light triumphs over darkness and hope shines brightest in the darkest of times. Thank you for being a part of Futurescape, the Scattered Gods community. Stay tuned for more epic adventures to come.